As Pablo Picasso once said, the meaning of life is to find your gift. The purpose of life is to give it away. I used to think that finding purpose was only for the lucky ones, and I wasn't one of them. Thankfully, I was wrong. Purpose is something available to all of us. Today, I will share how you can discover your purpose, the strategies that helped me to find what truly fulfills me, and how you can expand your mindset to break through limiting beliefs so you can also live a life that feels meaningful and much more pleasurable. Hi, I'm Marcos, and I'm grateful to have you here. Purpose. The reason for which something is done or created, or for which something exists. When we step back from our ego and look at the bigger picture, I believe our main purpose is to help each other and evolve together. My therapist always says, we are relational beings. It means that our nature and fulfillment are deeply rooted in the connections and relationships we form with others. Your ego may tell you that you don't need anyone, but the more you connect with your essence, the more this will make sense. For the past decades, society has conditioned us to find a stable job and stay in that job for the rest of our lives. Many of us grew up being influenced by our parents to choose a career without even being asked what we truly wanted. This conditioning was made to create factory workers, ignoring the desire of the individual, and it's rooted in fear and scarcity. We were taught to avoid risks, to stay safe in order to survive. But choosing a career for the wrong reasons is the opposite of fulfillment. Over time, that false sense of safety becomes a burden, leading to resentment, dissatisfaction, and depression, impacting negatively all the areas of our lives, including those around us. The consequences of these decisions often manifest as mental health issues, which traditional medicine tries to fix with medications. These treatments only mask the symptoms and never get to the root cause of the problem. This was my story back in 2017. On the surface, I was living the dream. I had the money, the status, the success, freedom to do whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted. But deep inside I was broken, taking antidepressants, abusing alcohol and drugs to numb myself from feeling the emotions that my ego was repressing. Instead of feeding the thoughts of taking my life, I chose a different path. And thanks to psychedelics and psychotherapy, I stopped the self-destruction and started to learn about myself. Took the necessary steps to change what was making me miserable and started healing. Most people are still living under this inherited mindset, and breaking free from it can be incredibly challenging without support. Our ego often tells us that we can handle it, but trying to do everything alone is inefficient and often counterproductive. In order to change, we need to see things from another perspective, outside of our ego. Then change becomes easier and faster. And that's why I'm here, to help you navigate this journey. Once you identify what genuinely brings you joy, it becomes much easier to rewire your mindset and create a life that aligns with who you are, not with what society has imposed to you. A concept that really helped me to understand my desires and organize my thoughts was Ikigai, a beautiful Japanese philosophy that encourages people to discover the reason for living. To find your Ikigai, start by asking yourself these 4 questions. Number 1, what do you love? Number 2, what does the world needs? Number 3, what can you do and get paid for? And number 4, what are you good at? If you love something and the world needs it, that's your mission. If you're good at something and you love it, that's your passion. If you're good at something and you get paid for it, that's your profession. If the world needs it and you can get paid for it, that's your vocation. Ikigai is the sweet spot where all of these 4 elements align. Take a moment to screenshot these questions and use them as a guide to brainstorm your Ikigai after watching this video. Writing things down has always helped me to connect the dots and to have clarity on how to take action. Remember, there is no right or wrong here. You are unique, so your desires and preferences. Allow your ideas to flow without judgments or expectations. As Viktor Frankl said in his book, Man's Search for Meaning, those who have a why to live can bear almost anyhow. This quote has helped me to stay grounded and patient during tough times. Speaking of feeling grounded, microdosing has been an incredible support over these years. I shared more about it in a previous episode, so be sure to check it out. Ego always wants fast results, and impatience can be a major obstacle to achieving great things in life. Observe the feelings and emotions that arise. Ask yourself what they're trying to communicate. The process of understanding and integrating these emotions are key to real transformation. Professional guidance makes all the difference. A good mentor or therapist teaches you how to question and understand yourself in ways that your ego alone could never do it. For me, my passion for the therapeutic use of psychedelics has become my driving force. It's impossible not to be impressed by the transformative power of these experiences, both for myself and for those who I have guided. Over time, I began sharing my knowledge, helping others without asking for anything in return. It took me some time to understand that life works better when there is an exchange, which is why in order to find your Ikigai, you need something that you can get paid for. That's why when I started charging for my time, I realized I was truly living my Ikigai. Guiding others, understanding their history, and help them to connect those dots and expand and rewire their minds has been the most fulfilling thing I've done in my life. Does this mean I will do this for the rest of my life? Not necessarily. If I find something even more fulfilling in the future, I will embrace the change without attachment and judgments. My advice to you is this: start by doing what makes you happy without worrying about the money. Once you find joy and comfort in that, then explore how you can monetize it. Hiring professionals to guide you in the areas that you're not an expert in will always be the fastest way to grow and succeed. But remember, your ego will try to keep you in the comfort zone, in what's familiar. Trying to force or to fight with ego never helps. Explore your mind, understand your ego's defense mechanisms so you can make your ego feel safe and allow you to change your mind without resistances and experience true fulfillment. I hope this video has expanded your mind and encouraged you to start taking action towards building your Ikigai and executing it. Share this with your loved ones so they can also find their purpose and live a more satisfying life. Much love, and I'll see you next episode.